What up, what up? Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. Today is episode 152 of Crew Talk Sports. We got Dante Trilobets here in the house. Break it down. Oh, man, we're almost there, Dante. We're almost there. We got fantasy football, my guys. People we're going to fade. A little baseball, Broncos preseason against the Packers. Some NBA news in there. Dante, how you doing on this Tuesday, big dog?
Doing good. I was just taking the pup for a walk, going around the park. Bro, leaves are falling up here. Like, I could taste football. Not gonna, the band was doing band practice, bro. I was like, I need like 12 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, I need air to breathe. But we're one step closer. Can't wait.
Yeah, we are. Week 0 incoming. Speaking of 0, I will be betting the Wyoming, you know who, under 5.5. Dante, it's just sticking out, man. That offense is miserable, but we can get into it. Let's start with the weekend recap. Man, start with your NASCAR. Ryan Blaney wins. Did I tell you I bet him, by the way? But I need to know where Hocevar was, man. I'm still putting money on him every week just blindly. Is that stupid now or what? Give us a rundown.
Yeah, hopefully Johnny Rock did too. He texted me right before the race. Said, who you got today? I said, Ryan Blaney. He won there last year. Good race, like entertaining. We got Daytona this week. Denny Hamlin clinched on the regular season championship, and Blaney's in second. So they're going to be the two championship favorites. If you want to make a little coin, Denny's like barely plus money. So Ryan Blaney's got some good odds. There's some different dudes back a little bit, but this weekend's going to be like a horse race. Just pick a random guy, throw a $5 on him. I think we can make some money at Daytona.
So who are you picking to win it?
I got a future on Denny. Brother, this is like Elway, best quarterback in the NFL, couldn't win it. That's Denny.
Elway did win it twice, back to back.
At the end. That's
are
what
you
I'm
talking
saying.
About your boy Dan Marino? That's a better comparison. You're welcome. Trilobets will be here all day.
No, I'm saying Denny's gonna win it and retire. Like
really?
Our boy Elway did.
Like Elway, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, bro. I get it. Other NBA news, man. To make things worse in Denver, Nuggets signed DeMar DeRozan after trading Peyton Watson to the Cavs for a first round pick. I think I summed it up perfectly in that tweet, man. Like, how do you take it from a F- to an, F+, basically, bro? Horrible offseason. This just confirms, get that purple and gold Jokic jersey ready to roll, boys, because we're gonna have to purchase it because he is fucking a goner.
I think it's funny. I've seen some like graphics put up Denver's new big 3. That's the saddest big 3 ever. I mean, you got the big one, and then you got a bunch of supporting characters. And the fact that dude, if the Nuggets can make all these moves, why are they keeping Jamal? Let's trade him and get some pieces. I just don't understand. I tell you what, wish I had Michael Porter Jr. right now. So, I mean, the Nuggets are just, the window for Jokic gets smaller and smaller. We see these draft picks are 2031, 2030 or 32. It's like,
yeah,
will Jokic even be a Nugget by then? It's just
I'll
tough.
be 40. I'll legitimately be 40 years old. Not looking forward to that. Dog's going crazy. Yeah, man, we can move it to some MLB real quick. Trilobets on an ultimate just cold streak with the home run hitters. I'm sorry, Grajeda, if you're listening. Ev, you, Dante, not that you're much fucking hotter. Yeah, man, I don't know if it's possible, dude. Every day I place the bet, and I'm like, this shit's low-key surgical. I think we've gone 0 for 4 in our home run parlay, like 97% of the time. So,
except for that one time we went 3 for 4, and I couldn't remember whose guy didn't hit. Oh,
yeah, it was me. But who did I pick? I picked somebody like, I'm not like mind fucking it, picking randos.
No, you are mind fucking it because you'll pick someone and then be like, oh, but I wanted Muncy, and then Muncy will hit a homer, or you'll pick the wrong PCA,
yeah.
Pete Alonso.
I picked the wrong Pete, right? I picked PCA instead of Pete Alonso, and then I don't know, but neither Pete hit. Then the next 3 days in a row they each hit. Hey man, I'm not worried about it. My Twins We live bet the Twins right now. If you are tuning in, you should do it too. Trillo Bets needs Twins. So does Dante now. Just hand feeding you some winners. Really need a PCA home run, Dante. I'm starting to like just place home run hitters and just seeing if I can even do it without the parlay. But let's uh, let's get into. Oh, here's Dak. My brothers, Dak, what's goody, bro? Send me that. Hey,
Uh,
send me
Obviously,
H
we
in it.
had that. So was it Sunday night? We did our draft with Dak and the boys over there. Ton of fun. What did you think of your squad?
Team's loaded. I was telling you off air. I don't see how this team loses, man. I think that your team's going to be like a preseason game for my team. You got to understand, my boys are disciplined and talented through the roof. You just got a bunch of people that you'd rather like have lunch with, and that's not how you get a draft in fantasy. I love the shots that I take. I still don't have a kicker, so I need Kittle to either decide he's playing or hop in the IR. So that's my only thing. But hey, dude, if I'm streaming kickers, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you need to be streaming a lot of shit, man. A lot of shit.
I got probably the top 3 players you could get all on one team. League winners: Saquon, Justin Jefferson, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix in
my
the third was crazy.
my team is deep. I got sleepers everywhere. It doesn't always stack up like it does on paper. You never like draft nerds. You're just going by what the freaking ESPN magazine told you on the car ride over. I
Yeah.
know ball, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get there.
Just going off of like average draft position, like not forcing the issue,
Get your
drafting
guys.
with our brains, not our hearts, right? Dak's laughing at you, man.
Only my
Yeah,
heart.
Dante drafting every Bronco it's just crazy, man.
I
I mean,
have 2
it's
Broncos.
interesting to see like Buxton just struck out. You love to see it. It's interesting to see how you didn't make any playoffs last year. You were in 4 leagues. Now being in a league with you finally, I can see why and where the mindfuck happens because you got a lot going on upstairs.
Just
When
wait.
it should just be like you break them down in tiers. Here's who I'm gonna draft. Oh, this guy fell to me. Let me pivot mid draft. You don't pivot. You just like keep maneuvering is what I would say, just downwards. Not drafting positional needs either. It's just mind blowing. But let's get into some Broncos. Your fantasy squad had boots on ground was a great W of a day. Chilibet sober at the Bronco game, first time in forever. It was preseason. Broncos 13, Packers 33. They get popped in the mouth. I guess in summary, and I'll let you go after, I saw what I needed to see, bro. Bo Nix looked electric. That throw to Waddle, man, I think was like the loudest that stadium's ever been in a preseason game in the history of the Broncos. And I was screaming like a little bitch, to be honest with you, man. It was sick. I love it. I am going to bring up the Broncos later in our, my guys and fades, but, and you're going to hate it. But, anyways, man, it's preseason, Jordan was upset. Obviously, Luciano was pissed, but few vibes, and it's okay. I loved what I saw from that first team offense. Defense, not so much.
Yeah, you know who else was pissed? Sean Payton. He was
Mhm.
not happy they lost that game. Too many penalties, 10 penalties, 79 yards. Can't have that,
Yep.
even if it is the preseason. Backup quarterback, big concern. Sam Ellinger looked like this was the first time he ever played in the NFL. It was so bad. LOL to everyone that was in that Sam Ellinger. He's the QB2. Bro, he might not make the team. They might cut him and try to bring someone in. It was that sit him through a pick. That's all that guy does is turn the ball over. Let's just pray Bo Nix stays upright. That's what we need. And
Yeah, for
tell you
sure.
what, another thing I saw that I'm worried about and no one wants to talk about, dude, Alex Singleton got burned. Every time it was a pass, they're like, where's Singleton? I saw some people saying bring in Bobby Wagner. They signed Taylor Rep,
Yeah,
safety,
safety.
Rap. The depth there, not good. So I'm a little worried about the interior linebacker. And Red Murdoch, yeah, I know he's the next Brian Urlacher, right?
I was watching him, man.
Dude, he's not ready.
No, of course not, dude. He's Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. Yeah, I was specifically watching him. I mean, he's just like young, right? At Buffalo, like you could
Yeah,
tell why he wasn't drafted
develop.
highly. Yeah, it's not like we have Sonny Styles, that depth at linebacker is going to be something, bro. And we knew it was going to be. I don't like the depth at that position. Safety, okay, cool. Here's our boy Weaver. What's up, bro? Did you get that trade with Dak, man?
He's also hammering
Blowing
the
up the
over on
chat.
CU this year.
Yeah. The CU's, I know. Yeah, he commented on it. I almost ran into somebody in my car when I saw the odds, bro. We're gonna be millionaires. Yeah, man. The depth at linebacker concerns me, but that's just like, okay, you can't be perfect in every position. You hope the defensive line depth can kind of make up for that linebacker depth, right? Like they're the ones getting tackles at the line of scrimmage. Who I thought the D line was making some plays. But, ultimately, man, they drove down, they scored. Like, the Packers aren't a fraud of a team either, so I'm okay with, like, that. I think that would have been a great game, just like it was last year, so Cody Barton reunion, I don't know about that
So
dude
I
either.
talked to Sam, Mr. First Down, famous Titans fan, about this exact situation. I think the problem with Cody Barton is he's not really that great in the pass coverage either. So, but I hate to say it, Dre Greenlaw looked pretty good out there right now.
Yeah, man, I'm interested to see what happened with the Greenlaw thing, dude. I mean, I know it was injuries, but
Sean didn't like him.
they just didn't like him, which is
Yeah,
crazy. Because I think when we played the Packers, by the way, he got in a fight with them
he
early,
did.
right before the game.
Maybe the Packers were just like, we're gonna stick it to him. But like you said, I mean, the positive was the offense looked great. Bo looks good, comfortable. Harvey, I mean, we're talking fantasy. Harvey, don't even consider him a running back. Consider him like your flex wide receiver because he's gonna have so many targets and catches that if you're in a PPR, I need to apologize maybe about what I was saying about Harvey earlier.
Yeah. No, dude, you could tell, like, how Sean Payton and everybody in Denver's like, oh, dude, they need the Joker. Like, Sean Payton's talking about, bro, is Harvey not like that little Joker, little scat
Yeah,
back, run around, fuck around? They're still just running him in between the tackles for some strange reason, man.
don't do it.
The Broncos running game to me, man, it's the Bo Nix show with this team, and everybody knows it, and I'm okay with it. 6 of 9, 76 yards, the tutty. That play to Waddle, absolutely explosive, man. You love to see it. Yeah, you want to bring up backup quarterback. I don't even want to bring it up because if we come down to it, we know that we're gonna lose. So that's just where we're at. Call us the Bengals if you want, but if Bo Nix gets hurt, we are fucked. We saw it in the AFC Championship game, bro. You're telling me Stidham is gonna beat the Jaguars? Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like he's not. So
Yeah.
he's beating the Titans, maybe. I don't know. I'm not worried about it because Bo's not getting hurt. The ankle looked fine. Let's go over some NFL injuries that I saw, dude. I saw a lot of them today. But first, go ahead and let's rip a word from one of our sponsors. Boom. Shout out to Pins and Aces. All right, let's get it going here. I'm going to kind of fast rip these. Dante, chime in when you want. Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak said the injured running back Ashton Genty, Jesus, trying to rip through him, is on the mend. We did our draft Sunday. He got drafted in the 5th round. Such a steal. What's your
Fourth.
thoughts? Is it 4th? Yeah. Is he going to play?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Sprained ankle, week 1, maybe.
I heard it's
but
lower rather than higher, which is
yeah,
better. I did
yeah.
hear that.
And it's not, they have that extra. So they got this week, they got the bye week for the season. I think he'll be fine. I think they're sigh of relief.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like one of those lingering things, though. Like if he gets rolled up on again, it could be a problem. Jamar Chase, speaking of problems, says he's fine after a scare at practice. I saw this play, man. It looked like a little like awkward, like hyperextension type shit. Good to see that he's okay. For those of you who have done your drafts already and drafted T. Higgins, I'm sure you were rock hard for about like 3 hours because make no mistake, dude, if Jamar Chase is out, T. Higgins is a top 7 wide receiver in fantasy. I mean, in the league. Good for him, man. You hate to see. I love Jamar Chase, bro. I fucking loved him at LSU. That it's just shitty that he's so
The
dependent on
Bengals
luck.
have the worst injury luck. If it's not a receiver or Burrow, the entire defense, someone's always getting hurt.
Well, they just need it to be anybody else except Burrow or those receivers. Yeah, T. Higgins usually has the injuries too, right? So I don't know if you want to talk about this. You know more about it, but so the former Browns tight end Daquan Wright cleared waivers. He expected to sign with LSU, but I saw the Big Ten do this yesterday. So I wanted your thoughts on this. I think it was yesterday or the day before. They said no player that, like was on an NFL roster at any time can come back in college and play. SEC copied it today. So Daquan Wright will not be able to play for LSU either, What are your thoughts on these homies dabbing their foot in the NFL, then saying, psych, I'm going to national contender?
Yeah, so what happened, the NCAA passed a new rule. Basically, once you're a freshman, you have 5 years to play, like they call it 5 and 5. So there's guys like Daquan Wright, like Wyoming, CU has a couple. Every
Mhm.
school's got a few guys that played 4 years, and they're like, well, how come the guy that's right after me gets a 5th year, but I don't? So the judge in Louisiana, and mind you, all these guys are going to LSU, makes a ruling like, hey, these guys are eligible. So these dudes are literally, and I've seen NFL people being like, teams are blacklisting these kids that are literally quitting to go back to college. Like, you'll never play in an NFL team, so hopefully it's worth it for you. And then just this afternoon, today was kind of developing the Big 10, the Big 12, SEC. They're saying, okay, if these kids want to come back and play, that's fine, but we're going to suspend the coach for half the season if that happens. So they're like, oh yeah, the kid can come back. Sure, sure. But if you're a coach and you take one of these guys, you're suspended.
Yeah, so Lane Kiffin's not going to be doing that in LSU. I did see, though, that he was like, bro, I don't necessarily even need him or want him, but if I don't get him, somebody else is going to. And
Right,
that is fucking accurate, bro. Like,
right.
make no mistake, if Clemson ain't on the phone because the ACC hasn't made this yet, they're like Notre Dame or like, Miami. Like, tell me, not Miami would definitely take this kid, right? So, I don't know.
And
It'd be interesting to see what he's going to do.
their argument is it's crazy too because not only do they like, oh yeah, you could play, but we're gonna open up a week-long transfer portal. Like for example, like Wyoming had 2 guys that came back, but they weren't on NFL teams, or like they were
Yeah,
just like,
not good
hey,
enough.
they were accountants.
Yeah,
These
not
dudes
good
are
enough.
literally asking
That's why they're in Wyoming.
to be cut.
They probably
Yeah,
played like freshman JV at Mountain Range.
yeah. Who'd you draft as your quarterback?
Oh, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Facts.
Josh Allen in the 3rd.
Well, dude, touchdowns are worth 6. I don't know why you guys let me even do that. I mean, I had to educate everybody in the draft. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Other news, I just hate this, man. Kareem Hunt visited with the Lions. I don't like Kareem Hunt, man. I don't know. I mean, he could fuck me up in a one-on-one, but I just don't like him. Patriots announced that they've acquired Jalen Reed in a 2028 7th-round pick in exchange for Keyshawn Butte. I did see that Booty, when A.J. Brown got signed, requested a trade. It was like, okay, buddy. Although Jalen Reed, man, that's a good little pickup for the Patriots in a little move. And they also get a little 7th-rounder. Shout out
No,
to the GM.
Patriots definitely won that trade. I've been buying some Tank Dell stock. Hate to see that as someone who's been trying to, get some stock on him for the Texans.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
don't know.
did that because of the injury to Higgins.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cruising through here too. Malik Neighbors shed the no contact jersey. You love to see this, man. It looks like he might be ready to roll for week 1. Still need to follow up with that. Cardinals waived Trey Benson. Who cares? They got like fucking 900 running backs over there. They still have Bam Knight, by the way. Deshaun Watson apologized for his post-game comments Saturday. I know you're pissed off about this. Deshaun Watson going to be the starter for the Browns. Convince me otherwise, but the Browns are tanking. And then here's my thought process on this too, Dante. I thought about this for about 6 minutes total. The Browns play on the road in 2 games, right? So let's just say hypothetically they win. Then he comes home, not going to get booed, right? If they go 0-2, he ain't going to start. Then he doesn't get booed. So, like, win-win for him, I guess. I wanted to see Shadur and these young receivers and Judkins, man, and Fannin Jr. Like, I'm over this Deshaun Watson thing. It was the worst fucking contract in the history of sports, the worst trade.
Guaranteed.
Like, it was the worst contract ever. The NFL owners, since this contract, have all linked up and said nobody's ever allowed to do this again. Like, nobody's ever going to do this. This was so bad. And Jim Haslam just had to sit there and be like, yeah, I guess it was a bad trade. And then went to Deshaun Watson's wedding. I'm not sure if you knew that, like 8 hours later after he said that. So this whole fucking thing is just like, I'm over it. I'm mad about it. We love the NFL. Like, we're big fans of it. Growing up, you always wanted to play in it, right? Well, then you have like instances like this where it's like it's so fucking ugly. You wonder how in the world this contract and this whole thing happened, and it's just like I'm just ready for it to be over, man. It sucks for Shedeur. He keeps getting disrespected too, man.
The Browns, the Jets, they're just always going to do what they do. It makes no sense at all. Especially like you mentioned, just the entire fan base is against this guy. You know, other players are going to be just defensive guys are going to be just dying to hit him. And then you have a young quarterback like Shedeur that has upside. And, you know, I know there's nothing but a circus that follows the whole Sanders family. Trust me, I know.
Yeah,
but
especially now.
Media, we lived through it with Tim Tebow days where it's like Denver's like, yeah, he could be our backup, but it's too much media. We're just not going to do it. But, dude, Shadeur's been quiet. What has Shedeur done to bring attention to himself? You know what I mean? Since he's been in the NFL, he really doesn't do anything crazy. Like, did you see
he got a speeding ticket like his first 30 minutes in Cleveland?
Bro, that's
he was doing like 125.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, he was racing Myles Garrett too, bro. Did you see that he was supposed to be the captain for the game and do the coin toss, and he didn't go out to do the coin toss, and he's like, I didn't know that's what the captain did.
Shedeur?
Yeah, Shedeur.
I think that was just a mental mistake, man. I don't believe Dog's going crazy again. Jordan must be home.
He'll be starting. It's not a big deal. He'll be starting.
I don't think that's what. Yeah, that was like on Shadeur's mind, right? It was like that. Other NFL news. This was a crazy one. I still don't understand this shit either, dude. It's just like these owners, man. Jed York, 49ers owner. Speaking of Deshaun Watson in Cleveland and getting, you know, whatever massages, right? He pleads no contest. In a pair of misdemeanor charges Monday. He got arrested in Ohio, suspicion of engaging in prostitution. Talk about out of nowhere. And what the fuck is up with these owners, man? Just crazy.
Imagine like you're a player and you're reading this. It's like, bro, you're a billionaire and you're
if it was like, this is my boss, yeah. Latest NFL breaking news too. I saw Kenneth Walker didn't practice today. And I do have something on the Chiefs too, which we can get into, but I don't think Mahomes is going to play week 1 either. So I think that's like Andy Reid doing big brain. Yeah, he's ready to go. He's ready to go. And then like fucking 48 hours before just being like, no, he's out.
Justin Fields time.
Oh, great, dude. He looks horrible too, man. You love to see that. Twins still down 2-0. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck. We need back-to-back homers here. Anyways, let's move on. That's NFL breaking news. I'm not sure if you got anything else.
The only other thing I had on here was Vita Vea got his contract. He was doing like the trade request, 1-year extension, $30 million, crazy money. Trayvon Diggs going to the Seahawks. They just signed Terron Arnold too, so they're deep at corner. And then I saw your boy, your favorite wide receiver, Parker Washington. Shout out Broncos.
Yeah,
nice jacket.
Jordan's got some new swag.
She's gonna wear it at her women's fantasy draft on Saturday.
Yep, she's got a big draft coming up Saturday. Look at that. That's gonna look good on me. Love to see it. So no. All right, so let's go ahead and play a word from one of our sponsors, Dante. We got stuff going on in the background.
Don's gotta feed the dogs.
No. Bada bing, we are back. All right, let's get into it, man. One of my favorite segments of the fantasy football year. This is when we write this shit down and follow up. Last year, I was fucking right. This year, I'm going to be right again. I can't remember who I was like really trying to fade last year, but I know I was right. I think it was like Malik Neighbors.
No,
I faded Malik Neighbors, and somehow I was right.
You were all over the Commanders last year. I was looking back at it.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. And we were giving you crap because they were all old. You're like, I looked back today. I did.
I will be fading Jaden Daniels, but he's not one of my fades. So what we're going to do is We're gonna wrap it. We're not gonna rapid fire, but we're gonna go back and forth with the guys like are my guys. If you watch the Ballers, we can call them the Crew Took. They're the Crew Talk Sports guys, right? Crew Took. Jesus, dude, I can't talk. And then we'll talk about fades. People were fading. I got a lot of fades. One of them's gonna piss off Dante. I'll start off with them now. Dante, I'm fading. Drum roll, please. J.K. Dobbins of the Denver Broncos. I don't want any piece of this Broncos run game. I think people are overpaying for JK, which is crazy. I know you would because you're a big Broncos fan. If it's not for the injuries, dude, it's also the Jonah Coleman, muscle hamster that he is going to take goal line touches. Also, it's RJ Harvey. Um, is Tyler Bidet? I didn't see it yet. Is he still going to be the third down back? There's just not a lot of volume there for him, man. I'm fading J.K. Dobbins as a Bronco fan, and you hate to say it. You hate to hear these words out of my mouth. I just see a lot of people drafting this homie and being like, boom, there's like going hero RB, like, hey, I'm gonna grab, Gibbs or Bijan, and then I'm gonna wait for Dobbins, bro. That's you're setting yourself up for like, disaster. I watched that game, man. I feel like the Broncos really, really, really want to invest in Harvey and Coleman. And the Dobbins signing was just like, fuck it. We need like a body, man. And you hate to say it, but the injuries are so inevitable with this guy too, man. I Bronco podcast, Bronco fan here. I just wanted to start off and hit you with the hot take that in the fantasy world, I will be fading J.K. Dobbins entirely.
You're just sad. He called you out on Twitter, and you thought he broke your pinky promise. J.K. Dobbins, here's the thing. If you're going 0 RB or hero RB, whatever you want to call it, and he's your starter, number one running back, yeah, we might have a problem. If you got 3 running backs, you pick up J.K. Dobbins, or he's your third running back, this is a dude that was leading the league in rushing after 8 weeks. RJ Harvey's great. He's not going to be a running, he's their, we talked about it, he's their joker. He's going to be catching a lot of balls. Great PPR back. This team's going to lean on J.K. Dobbins to run the ball. And go get Jonah Coleman later in the draft as some security.
I don't think that's the path for the offense, though. I mean, I've seen it. I think the path of this offense is, remember, Bo Nix, led the league in pass attempts last year. I think you're going to see more of the same, if not.
They want to rely more on the run.
Effectiveness. No, that's just what you're saying in your fucking big head of yours. They're going to pass. They're going to trust Bo Nix to run this offense, dude. And make no mistake, he's going to do it really well. So, I'm not in on J.K. Dobbins, man. I'm not.
My honorable mention for my guys, I didn't want to do it because it was too much of a homer pick, was Bo Nix for that exact reason, because Denver's going to spread the ball around. Harvey's going to get his. Waddle's going to get his. Guess what? Sutton's still going to get his. So let's just have the guy that's in charge of all that. It's kind of like the Bills. Let's just get Josh Allen and not have to worry about who's getting what. Let me just get the man that's running the show. So I had Bo Nix as I didn't want to put him on there just because Homer. Obviously, I drafted him in the 3rd round of our fantasy draft. And guess what? That wasn't just a bit. I got a draft coming up a couple days. I'm going to get him again because I don't want to miss out on him. Dude, Bo Nix, he runs, he throws. We saw it. When he was in, looked great. And that's not being a homer. That's like a legit. Bo Nix can be a top 5 fantasy quarterback this year. Am I wrong?
No. So, real quick on Bo Nix, his over-under for passing touchdowns is 24.5. I think that's obviously low, and I'm all over that with you. I agree. It's actually the same as Caleb Williams, and Drake Mays is 26.5. So, I think those are just interesting. That same draft, right? Jaden Daniels is 21.5.
Jaden Daniels is fantasy QB number 4 this year as far as ADP and amongst quarterbacks go. I'd rather have Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, I can tell you that. Another guy, Matthew Stafford's being really drafted really high. I love Matthew Stafford, but last year was an anomaly. He was, I think he finished 2nd. Normally, he's like a mid-tier 14, 13 quarterback. A lot of touchdown volume. A lot of Devontae Adams 1-yard touchdowns. Are we going to see that again?
Yeah. Devontae Adams was one of my honorable mentions just because I don't think you can duplicate that success consistently. Yeah. That was the fucking craziest thing ever. 1-yard touchdowns, just bailing him out in fantasy. Now he'd have 2 a game, but it was just weird. I think Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, it's a good offense, man. I think they're going to be, running the ball pretty effectively there. So one of my guys, man, and this is it should be not even surprising to you. And this is also a fade. So fade turn into my guy, right? I'm fading the Jacksonville wide receiver room. All of these guys. Parker Washington. I'm fading Brian Thomas Jr. I'm fading Jacoby Myers. I'm fading Travis Hunter Jr. Dude, I'm fading Brandon Strange. I'm also going to fade Tootin because on the twist, my guy is Trevor Lawrence, bro. Think about it. He's also going to be running the fucking ball in for touchdowns, right? I don't give a fuck who he throws to. Just give me some Trevor Lawrence. I'll probably do some stacks in DFS, like pick a random one, like, oh, Brian Thomas Jr., throw him in there just to see like how that works. I think this offense is going to move the ball effectively. But dude, I'm huge on Trevor Lawrence, man. I think he's going to be top 5 fantasy. I like him and Caleb Williams a lot. It's just like I drafted Josh Allen, right? Saturday. So like I kind of contradicted myself. Like you can find such good value later in the draft, and I drafted Josh Allen. But I'm so in on T-Law, man. I Duval week 2 at home against Denver. I'm just like, fuck me. I think, I just don't want to play like who's going to catch the ball for him. Everybody's saying Parker Washington could have like a huge year. I don't even care because Brian Thomas Jr. was electric his rookie year. I still remember that. Like, I know he's a baller. We know Travis Hunter is a fucking stud who could come in and catch like 125 and 2 touchdowns any game. So, like, I'm not going to play that. Brandon Stange, too, like, too much volume over there. So, give me some Trevor Lawrence as a my guy, man. I'll live and die on this. He runs the ball, dude. He scrambles effectively. Man, that Monday night game against the Chiefs when he's like, pure panic when he fumbled, picked it up, ran it in. You just love him. And yeah, dude, I'm all in on T-Law for the second straight year. Give me a Trevor Lawrence.
I think that's
guy.
the problem. We're hoping it repeats itself. I don't know if it will. I think the Jags going to take a step back this year. I think losing ETN is going to be a bigger loss than people think. I had Parker Washington on my fade list as well. Speaking of not doing it back to back, my next fade, George Pickens. I think I've talked about how the Cowboys, just for whatever reason, they can't put together 2 years in a row. And a lot of George Pickens' success last year was CeeDee Lamb was out with injuries and this and that. Dak was throwing for over 4,000 yards. I just don't see it repeating. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be very good, to be honest with you. And I just don't want to take a risk. George Pickens, to me, is in the same category as T. Higgins. If you get them on your team, they could be league winners if the other guy, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb goes down. But then it's like I hate having to root for someone to get hurt just for my fantasy guy for as high as you're drafting. If you have someone you get way down the line and then all of a sudden like you weren't drafting them as hoping that, but I just think there's too much competition. I don't see the Cowboys having as good of a year. And if I'm George Pickens going to be a lot of fantasy teams' number 1 wide receiver, and that's scary for me a little bit.
Yeah, he's going really high, and you are getting wide receiver too. I also think this guy's been known to be kind of a off the field, locker room, not essentially the best. And now he's on a franchise tag. Like, is that going to piss him off?
Right.
Is he going to start being like a little, you know, for the lack of better terms, a dickhead in the locker room, right? Like, is Dak going to just, dude, when you draft CeeDee Lamb too, like, make no mistake, bro. The evidence is there. He's been good when he's on the field. Like, just don't play that emotional roller coaster game of Pickens. A lot of people are also really high on Pickens and they're low on CD. And I'm like,
right.
I don't know. I mean, Pickens is electric. Make no mistake. Like, if he was a Bronco, he'd be wide receiver 1 in front of Waddle and in front of fucking Sutton. But at the same time, you're right. For the situation, and you're fading Dak, and I know you're fading the Cowboys. Buxton's up right now, 0-1 count. We need a home run, don't they?
That's why in our draft Saturday, I actually chose Justin Jefferson over CeeDee Lamb, and it just because of the competition. Yeah, Dak's a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. I'll give you that, but Justin Jefferson doesn't have as much competition. Still in points away.
Yeah. No, I love the Jay Jettis pick. I was trying to stack him in our draft. And I love Jay Jettis, bro. I love him as a player too. I just love him, dude. Love him. Those LSU boys, man. I might be like an LSU fan, low key.
Oh, I am.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll go with somebody that I'm also high on before I get negative, since that was kind of like a flip negative into a positive, man. Sticking with the quarterback position. I kind of talked about it. Caleb Williams, 24.5. I can envision Dante Bo Nix and Caleb Williams being like MVP candidates up there with like a Josh Allen, right? I think, and I put my skin on the line, I think they have better seasons than Lamar Jackson does. I think both of them do. I'm big on Caleb Williams. He has all the weapons, man. You saw Ben Johnson come out and say, like, we're gonna set records, dude. I need a piece of that, man. I need a piece of it. I don't mind stacking them with Luther Burden, Odunze, Colston Lovelin's climbing up boards. I got a little DeAndre Swift just because I think that offense is going to be effective. I saw Kai Manunga got hurt too, but so I'm big everybody on this Bears offense, but I don't think there's like too much weapons, like Jacksonville where it's like, oh fuck. I don't think like if Rome Odunze has like a 1,500 year, I don't think like Luther Burden will be that far behind him, or on the contrary. Like I think potentially you could see two 1,000-yard receivers because of Caleb Williams in this offense. And plus, dude, he's mobile. So you're also going to get him on the ground game. And I think the Bears' defense isn't that good. So that's going to help us there too with him trying to score more. Weak division in terms of defenses. So I like it.
I think you use the same logic with Lawrence, and I like it. Same thing we were saying about Bo. This offense is gonna be good. They're gonna throw the rock. And we don't want to pick which receiver, tight end, it's gonna be Burden or Dunze. But on that note, someone that I actually was one of my guys, Colston Lovelin. I think for where he's being drafted, he's not going Trey McBride early, Brock Bowers. I would not be shocked if he's the leading tight end in fantasy this year. He finished the last 4 games of fantasy season last year. He had 3 games over 20 points. He ranked top 10 in tight ends yards run per route. So he's not just like, he's a legit part of their offense, receiving tight end. And we know the quarterbacks, younger quarterbacks, they love their tight end kind of safety blanket. So I think if your draft's going well, maybe you got a good RB, good receiver, even that third right there. If he's sitting there if you're in the later rounds, you can get him early 4. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, I like it. All right, I pulled up this guy's. I got 2 more guys that I'm smashing. This one to me, dude, absolute home run hitter. I think this guy could potentially be a top 3 fantasy pick next year. And I'm never wrong. I might be early. Devon A-Chain, Miami. You talk about a guy who's 100%, dude, he's like Bijan Robinson, but you're getting him in the second round. Okay? So he's 100% of this team. Willis, Gillis, Shane Gillis, don't even care. Give Devon A-Chain the ball. The only thing that could stop this dude is if he gets hurt. Dude, I've heard he's put on weight in the offseason because he knows the volume's going to increase. This is a guy who's crazy effective out of the pass, like in the, PPR, GOAT, arguably top 5, right? His over-under rushing is 974 on DK. That's actually higher than Kenneth Walker. So if Vegas is telling you that they expect this homie to have almost 1,000, just like K9, who the whole entire world's on K9, right? Dom was right about him too. Fuck me. Dude, he said he wants to rush for 2,000 yards. Dude, I'm all over it, man. I think he's going to have the touches. He's going to have the carries, the receptions, the opportunities. Now, I know this offense is going to be moving that ball that well, which just leads to him getting more PPR points. I mean, my God. He's going to get shitty, the bad drives, screens, like he's going to get the late Willis scrambling, running for his life, check downs, and he's going to get the first and second down rushes. So the only thing that could stop this guy, dude, in my opinion, is if he gets hurt. And again, Dante and I don't root for people to get hurt, right? So Devon A-Chain to me could be a top 3 pick next year if he stays healthy, plays 100% of the season. I don't see a world where he doesn't get 1,000, at least 1,000 rushing. I think this guy could get 1,000 and 1,000 if he stays healthy. 2,000 year incoming for Devon A-Chain.
Okay, you're sitting at number 8 to draft. You got A-Chain and Christian McCaffrey sitting there. Who are you taking?
Oh, Christ, dude. Well,
because I think they're very similar.
Yeah. Just because, why not? Let's be different. I'll take A-Chain. I'll put my money where my mouth is.
I think one thing that bodes well for A-Chain is McDaniel wanted to run like that zone blocking kind of, make a cut. I don't think that's A-Chain's style. I think they want to get him outside, throw him the ball, let him flash his speed. So this new offense coming over from the Packers might fit him better. They're not gonna overthink it and let's get Ollie Gordon in there and Jeff Wilson and whoever else. Like, no, this is the dude. He's the running back one. I think it's a great pick. If you're especially where he's going, like you mentioned. I mean, sometimes people are getting him the end of the second.
Yeah, I
It's
got him.
injury
I got
related.
him in the second round. What was I? Pick 4, right? So I got him on the way back. I have
Yeah,
him in 2 leagues. I got another draft Saturday. If I can get him, dude, I'm gonna get him. That's how confident I am
yeah.
in some Devon A-chain. But I'm second pick, so like, there's no way he comes back. But if he does, dude, it's a no hezzy
Especially if you get
pull.
let's say you get Jamar Chase. You know what I mean? Or just
Well, I'm gonna get Bijan or Gibbs. I'm 2, right? So like, my plan is now that Evan's not on here, I'm sure he's listening, but I really want to do in my Saturday draft is get Bijan or Gibbs, like I don't care, one of them, and then come back to Josh Allen, and then come back because I'm 2, 1, 1, 2 with McBride. That's my strategy. Number 1 running back, arguably. Number 1 quarterback, arguably. Number 1 tight end, arguably. And then just pick up the pieces, grab value on the way back. And that's like, dude, McBride in the 2 championship games that I played last year, like he was in it. And the year before I had him and I won a championship too. So like, I'm on the McBride train. I don't know what more I need to say there. I was going to tell you that he's like a my guy, but fuck me.
bro.
You can't just say the fantasy MVP's your my guy.
You
Just
sound like
you
Sean
just don't
Payton.
like him because he's from
No,
CSU. That's the
no, no,
only
no.
reason why you don't
You
like him.
sound like Sean Payton telling the Vikings, "I'm gonna get JJ McCarthy if you don't take him." I know what you're doing. Great strategy. My guy right here. I'm trying to target him in every draft, and of course, I didn't get him in ours, which I was shocked I didn't because I was thinking he'd be sitting there for me.
Waddle.
AJ Brown.
Oh.
I think the Patriots are gonna go out and say, "Hey, we traded for this guy. Vrabel loves him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only weapon they have. Let's be real. I mean, it's just Travion Henderson, who I've been high on. Apparently, reports out of camp is like he's not looking that great.
A little
A
banged up. A
little
little
banged
banged
up.
up.
Don't trust Ramondre. Bro, AJ Brown, I think
Fuck me. Here's F. Not a bad strategy, but Nick's gonna draft Allen at the top of the second round. I told you he
he's
was
taking
listening.
notes.
I told you he's listening.
Yeah.
This is called chess, not checkers, F. Way
AJ
to fall
Brown
for that.
finished wide receiver 11 last season, and the Eagles' offense was not a wide receiver friendly offense. He's been
Mm-hmm.
top 15 in points per game 4 straight years, 1,000 yards, 6 to 7 seasons. And I think Drake May, like we mentioned, is an upgrade at quarterback for him as far as getting him the ball,
Yeah.
especially for where he's going. I mean, I seriously debated, this is crazy, Justin Jefferson or AJ Brown. And I took Jefferson just because I was like, I'll get clowned on. I thought he'd be there. I could get him. He wasn't.
Yeah.
But I think AJ Brown's gonna have a great year, especially for where you can get him.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely really high on AJ Brown. You're right, dude. The volume's gonna be there. It'll be, more consistent. They got absolute shit in that wide receiver room. No offense, but Hunter Henry's not a threat. I also saw AJ Brown physically when he dapped up Jalen Hurts, and I thought he was a middle linebacker, bro. Like I thought he was fucking Myles Garrett out there.
Huge. I think
So
actually maybe just Hurts is small.
I don't know though, dude. I mean, that's an NFL. Jalen Hurts squats like fucking 600 pounds.
No, I
AJ
know.
Brown's
No,
just
I'm just
fucking looking like Myles Garrett standing next to me. But no, man, I'm huge on AJ Brown. I think you're right. I think he's like a my guy, right? Like we're pitching second round picks, but like, dude, take your chance. If AJ Brown, like, don't let him pass you for taking like a consistent. I don't know, like, where do you? You're right. Like it's Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, right?
I'm
Like
taking him
Drake
over Drake
London,
London. Yeah.
fucking AJ Brown all the way.
Amon St. Brown. I'm taking AJ Brown.
Are
I
you? I don't know if I'd go there. I
the
don't
only
know.
reason that I picked Jefferson, I have him kind of as my guys too, because like I just mentioned, if you're sitting at pick 10 and Justin Jefferson's in there, who's to say he doesn't have a better season than Jamar Chase or some of these receivers that are going at the top end. Let's not forget who Justin Jefferson is. And say what you want about Kyler, he's going to throw the ball to him, and
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be motivated after the season he had last year. So he was someone I had too, as on there.
Twins down 3-0. You love to see it. Fuck me, dude. Nope, I like it. AJ Brown, I'm smashing that, dude. If you have a team that has A-Chain and AJ Brown and you're like the 10th, 12th pick, whatever, you're sitting pretty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's like a great strategy
Especially
to
a
do.
12-man league where it's a little deep.
Yeah, 12-man league, yeah. Yeah, AJ Brown has the potential to be wide receiver, like 2 or 3 for sure, just because of the volume out there in New England. I got one more guy, I'm gonna fade him. This should come to no surprise at all if you guys tune into this podcast at all. Jalen Warren out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll even go a fucking leg up, man. I'll say this whole Steelers
Had him
team,
on my
dude.
list.
As a fade or a my guy?
Fade.
Yeah. I'm fading Jalen Warren. It's not even anything against him, man, but I can't stand him. This whole Steelers team to me is just annoying. Mike McCarthy steps in. Oh, man, the production's going to be there. Aaron Rodgers is 66 years old, man. This offense isn't going to effectively move the ball. Jalen Warren's on the hot seat. Rico Dowdle signed. We saw what he did as an RB2 last year. Rico Dowdle's rushing yard totals is 699, where Jalen Warren is 625. I'm not touching either, but I'm just saying. So follow what the Vegas is telling you. They see Dowdle taking this spot. People are still drafting Jalen Warren in fantasy. I think if I was blind and wasted drunk, I still wouldn't draft him, man. I would have enough going on upstairs to not draft him. So no offense to
can't
those
touch
of
him.
you that draft him, of course, but every time you do, I'm judging. So I don't got a lot of fades, but I'm definitely fading him. Dante, I'll pass an alley-oop to you here and give me my guy, Travis Etienne Jr. Just because he wasn't a my guy before today, we were talking about it this morning. I saw Olave also hurt after a deep ball today. We know Tyson's out. Etienne is a really effective wide receiver. We saw that in Jacksonville. I'm still invested in the Saints team, and I think Etienne's going to be obviously the rushing leader of this team. Twins down 4-0, dude. Oh my god.
I think
But I also think receiving wise, he could potentially have 600-700 yards receiving.
I think the Jaguars just criminally underused him for where his talent level is.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore, the Saints have a good offense, and we mentioned rookie quarterback. What do they want to do? Lean on a running back a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Kamara, not even a factor. Devon Neal, not a factor.
Short passes, right? Screens, little check downs, man.
Right.
Just like
yeah, I like that. Especially for where you're getting him. I mean, you can get him what? Fourth round? Yeah.
Third, fourth round. Yeah.
My guy. I'm surprised you didn't say him. Omeka Igbuka. Dude, I just seriously think this. Remember how we started the season last year? He was I think he was top 8 fantasy wide receiver, and then he kind of just he stalled out.
He kept dropping the ball, and Baker keeps turning it over, man. That's why Tampa didn't want to pay him.
I'm not high on the Bucks at all.
No.
But I just think with loss of Mike Evans, again, where you can get him out in the draft, middle rounds, like as your wide receiver 2 or 3 sometimes.
Yeah.
I think the upside is there. I think the pathway is there. And when I look at fantasy, I look at potential. That's why on my honorable mention for fades, I had T. Higgins. I mentioned George Pickens. I just don't like having to worry about, they might give me 20 this week, but they're going to give me 5 next week. I just don't like that game. I want the consistency and the opportunity. He's got to avoid that sophomore slump. Got to take a step up from the drops, but I think it's there. And then my last fade I had last year, I overthought it because all offseason, you're sitting here telling me you got to get a rookie. A rookie's going to be your league winner.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get one, which I haven't heard you playing that tune as much this year. And I got Genty last year, and it was horrible. So I'm fading Jeremiah Love. One, he's going in the 2nd to 3rd round. Yeah. I do think the Cardinals are just playing mind games about, but still, they don't ever underestimate the ability for Nathaniel Hackett to just mess this up. They're going to be bad. I think they're going to kind of limit him rep-wise, just put him on the shelf a little bit, keep him healthy for next year when they actually have a team. I just think for where he's being drafted, too much of a risk. I saw some people making the argument of you're not getting him for the regular season. You're just hoping by the time the fantasy playoffs come around, he's like a league winner. That's fine, but you're not going to be in the playoffs if that's your number 1 pick in your 3rd round running back.
It's a risky proposition what you're pitching because this kid is elite. He reminds me of Adrian Peterson, and you're fading. You're fading the eye test, which is crazy. And
no, I'm fading the coaching staff and the situation.
Yeah, but you're also fading the fact that he's fucking electric and he could take anything Yabo. So it's a dangerous fade. I would disagree with it just because I also have him in my dynasty campus to Canton league. My running backs are fucking elite. I got A-Chain Henry, Hampton, and Jeremiah Love. But
No, that's great for dynasty. I'm just saying for
yeah, for
redraft in
dynasty,
the
for
3rd round
redraft,
this year, little rich for my
nah,
blood.
I don't mind it, man. I also think that James Conner's gonna get traded somewhere, dude. I think like if the Lions don't make a move, like it's gonna be the Raiders. Like, isn't
Algier.
James Conner such a fucking Raider to you? Like, doesn't that just ring Raider?
What they got Tyler Algier still.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's definitely RB1. Yeah, right, dude. Jeremiah Love would have Bijan Robinson numbers. It'd be like the Arizona fucking switcheroo with Atlanta. Fading all
See?
Atlanta players too, besides Bijan. I wanted to add them, but everybody knows that.
I had
But
on my list fade Jets. The entire Jets offense.
Jets, yeah, dude. I saw Geno Smith looked good on that one drive, and everybody's all pumped up. I'm like, oh god, dude. But I like it, man. I'm putting up. I want to put some money on, like, for sure, Bo Nix over 24.5. I definitely love the DraftKings line of Caleb Williams 24.5. I think I'll be dabbling on that A-Chain 975.5 rushing yards. I don't know if like there's any unders that you like. Like, I mean, I was gonna say I want to fade Jaden Daniels, but like, who doesn't after like what his mom's doing? Is never have I seen his like somebody's mom drop somebody's NFL fantasy football stock. Like never ever. I'm off of him too. But, yeah, A.J. Brown over 900 I think is good. I thought the Broncos were getting a little disrespected. Sutton always has, like, 909. So, like, I might throw him in there just because last year he beat it by, like, fucking 19 yards. So, is there anybody else, honorable mentions, that you want to talk about before we wrap this episode 152 up?
The only other guy I have honorable mention Saquon again, just for where you can get him, the value. I think the Eagles. I think now that AJ Brown's not there, they're not going to be pressured to throw the ball. I think they're telling Jalen Hurts, "Hey, you got to do less." So I think just the talent. Obviously, he's the guy there, 3 down back. Saquon's going pretty late in drafts. That's a good one. Saquon or Achan.
A-Chain.
Yeah. So
I'm putting nuts on table for A-Chain, bro. That's my guy. Both of them.
all right.
Devon A-Chain and Travis A-Chain. Not a bad 1-2 punch, I'm telling
Could be
you.
worse.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you another team I'm fading. The Minnesota Twins. Down 4-0. Top of the 7th. We need a miracle. Time for Trilla Bets to go watch it. Dante, big NASCAR race for you Saturday. We'll be back Friday for episode 153. We're running out of weekends. I mean, dude, I need you to have some week 0 locks. I'm thinking NC State plus 5.5 might be the bet.
I'm going to be coming with locks. Don't you worry. Real quick, I wanted to get your opinion on these. I don't know if you saw them today, but the rivalry jerseys.
Yeah. So I saw Caleb Williams first off was super, what is the word? Zesty
Just
in his. Did you see it?
Yeah, doing all kind of crazy poses.
The Houston Texans to me was too XFL. And I don't know, like the green on the Packers is okay. I thought the Jags was
What did you think of
decent.
the Jags pants? Did you
I
see
think,
them? They're
yeah,
leopard.
yeah. I think Jordan has a pair of them upstairs. I did see the
I liked
Broncos
them.
are on the list for 2027. I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, hopefully they don't overthink it. Like the Titans, I like it. Vikings, simple, I like it. Jags are creative, I like it. But it's like, what are the Colts doing, man? The Lions. So yeah, not bad. Definitely could be worse. I don't
Yeah,
mind
could
the
have been
leopard
worse.
pants though.
I like it. So I like
I'm
this
gonna give
whole
me a
thing,
pair.
man. I'm a big fan of soccer jerseys. This is an alternative kit. I think it's cool for those soccer fans. You have home away alternative kits. I tell you guys about it. Sometimes the alternative kits are like the most sexy jerseys, but a
Actually,
lot of times the alternative kits are fucking way too risky. So it's like swing and miss. It's okay, but just keep producing alternative kits.
I think I'm gonna give me
love
a
it.
Travis Hunter in that Jags jersey.
You need to get the Jags pants.
Yeah, and I'll wear the pants with it.
Yeah, you need the Jags pants and post a selfie. Post it on Crew Talk Sports. If Ryan Blaney doesn't win the NASCAR.
I picked Denny Hamlin.
If Hocevar wins,
Hey,
if Hocevar wins, will you buy the Jags pants and post a selfie?
I like it wins
Will you?
where? Wins where?
Wins this weekend. Daytona.
At Daytona?
Hocevar wins. You got to order the pants, post a selfie, and
Well,
post it on the Crew Talk
we'll come up
Sports
with a bet.
Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come up with a bet. Something.
That's the bet. You already have to slam a whole buzzball for the Twins and the Rockies.
I'm thinking Bo Nix finishes higher than Trevor Lawrence in fantasy.
No, it's fucking. It's Saturday. We're just gonna keep ripping them until I'm right.
Hocevar could win this weekend. It's Daytona.
Yeah, Hocevar wins.
listen.
You heard it first. Crew Talk Sports.
Just get in the
If
lab.
Hoce-
Get ready for Friday. We got a huge Crew Talk Sports college football preview show. I've been jonesing, just jumping at the bit to get to this college football talk.
Yeah,
Ev's allegedly going to be here. He knows college football more than anybody. I mean, I know you've been. I know you've been tuning into college football, checking them over unders. College football is crazy. We got week 0 picks coming up this weekend. I just got my tickets for the CSU Wyoming game. I'll be down in Fort Collins, cheering on the Pokes. CU hates spreading everywhere. That's how I know the season's getting close. Every day I open up Twitter, there's a new Deion Sanders CU propaganda hate tweet out there by someone. I see legit.
So what's the thing with Shiloh real quick? We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes, 50 seconds. What happened with Shiloh? Bankruptcy, $12 million. He never showed up.
Listen, we don't want to spew false and misinformation on this show. All I'm going to say, allegedly, there was an incident with Shiloh Sanders when he was in high school. Might have got into it with a security guard, hit the security guard. Security guard may have been severely hurt. I don't know the specifics.
That's what it was.
Sued him for $12 million. Case may or may not have gotten delayed till Shiloh was an adult, so they couldn't sue like Deion. Who knows what's going on? End of the day, Shiloh Sanders filed for bankruptcy. They're saying that like he's hiding assets and, like, oh, well, it's not his car. Deion owns it, whatever, this, that. So they're having open practice. Bro, a sheriff comes to practice.
Hands him a subpoena.
Tries to serve. They're trying to say, hey, court, you got court Wednesday next week. And they're like, bro, I'm going to be in Atlanta for Georgia Tech. We play Thursday. I don't know if you looked at the schedule. It's just like, ugh, bro. And then we got.
I did like what Prime said too. He's like, you think this is my first subpoena?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. They're
you
just
think this
out
is
to
the first
get.
time I've been served?
They're out to get.
What a goat answer, bro.
They're.
You think this is the first time I've been served?
You want to win some money? CU money line versus Georgia Tech.
Juju. Am I starting Scudero week 1? That's something we'll have to talk about.
He's a little banged up. Hopefully he's ready.
I did see that. I got people on the bench. All right. Hey,
Friday.
W episode 152, man. We're creeping up on 200 already. You love to see it. NFL season 2 weeks away. A little bit more than 2 weeks, fellas. My God. College football is starting now. Dante, I hope you did everything around the house. I've been telling y'all, get all that yard work done around the house. Yard looking pristine. Garage looking good. Big fantasy draft Saturday. New episode, Dante. We'll see you on the other side, man. Deuces.